Hey, what's up, lovely people? Welcome to the brand new episode of Heliopsychosis podcast. This is your host, Vikka Draziv. Guys, welcome to the show. If you're watching us from YouTube, do comment, like, share, and subscribe. If you're first time here, do subscribe and share the show with your friends. And if you're watching us from realtruthseekers.com, rts.video, yes, rts.video is one of our main sponsors for Heliopsychosis podcast and most of our coming productions. So make sure you guys join the community totally independently on Real Truth Seekers. RTS.video is the shortest link there. Oh, yeah, what an awesome show, too, we have today. The Holy Grail of Flat Earth. What a journey it has been with the mechanical realm, and look like the time has arrived for the people to get the Holy Grail. So that's we are totally all pumped up because it's just few days away for the free version for to reach for the masses. So awesome. Let's jump in with our co-host and guest, my good brother Gene. How are you, brother?
Hey, Vika, I'm doing awesome. Great to be back with everybody. Uh, yeah, guys, welcome everyone. I'd like to say, first of all, congratulations, Vika, on your Facebook page. Flat Earth Research Network has got over this past week, last couple days, we hit 10,000 subscribers on that private page. It's a nice milestone to cross this week, Vika. So congratulations, everybody. To you, Vika, and everybody that's involved with that page. That's a nice success in the middle of all of this greatness going on. So, yeah, guys, we did this over the past year. We put this documentary together, and it's showing that people are really accepting it really well, and to call it the Holy Grail is really cool. I'm not sure who came up with that one, but guys, we really do have the smoking gun for flat Earth and the evidence for it, and it's withstood the test of time right in front of all of our eyes, which is kind of interesting how the truth is hidden in plain sight in so many places. So yeah, this will be a great show. I'm real happy to be here with everybody. It's nice to see Evelyn back. Hi, Evelyn. And Keith, always good to see you, bro. So welcome,
Hi, Gene.
everybody. Hi, Evelyn. Good to see you. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah. I'm not every week here, but I do listen back to all the live streams.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm all excited, and every time I hear the last news from the documentary, I'm just astounded at the effect that it's having all over. I mean, I have a very very small network with my Facebook page and all that. But I know that the rest of you, I mean, you're in more pages and you have more contacts and all that. So I'm pretty taken aback at all the reactions and the effects that it's having all around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Evelyn. Welcome you back to the podcast. And yeah, well, we are having amazing reviews, and it's few days. So, and finally, we have Keith with us. Keith, how are you?
Hey Vika, hey Gene, hey Evelyn, good to be here with you. Doing real well. I'm also getting good feedback from the people who have watched the paid version, and the free version will be out soon. That is exciting because I know it's going to have millions and millions of views, and it's kind of fun and funny to call it the Holy Grail of flat Earth. But when you think about it, it kind of is. I watched someone in the mainstream science community talk about the astrolabe yesterday, and they were calling it the first computer, and I just had to laugh and chuckle. No. There's a much older computer than the astrolabe. I mean, the astrolabe's cool. It's awesome, and it's another geocentric, flat, and stationary device. But what we have discovered with the Antikythera mechanism, what you, Vikka, had the vision to put into a documentary to help educate people, it's going to help change the minds of a lot of people. And I think it's going to be, for some, it's going to be the tipping point for some. Once they see this documentary, they're going to be like, okay, that's the last little piece of the puzzle I needed to grasp and understand that the earth is flat.
Oh yeah, brother, absolutely. Right. And also, as Gene said, who came up with this? It came to us naturally, brother, right? Because it's
Yeah,
a process. It's a process. And it, even after be in this process, during this process, it just almost at this stage, it comes naturally that it is a holy grail for flat earthers. That's why I said some people maybe still don't understand the importance of it, but they will. They will.
Okay.
And why it's a holy grail? Because it was lost, right?
Mm.
And it's found.
Right
And
in
it
our
was
faces.
supposed to be found, right? It was supposed to be, right?
Yeah, I think if the truth was known, it's been ignored and intentionally ignored by some in the pseudoscience community because they know it's an amazing, geocentric device that completely contradicts their narrative of trying to say, come on, the Greeks knew that everybody knew it was a ball 2,000 years ago. It's like, well, if they knew it was a ball, why did they create this ancient computer that works perfectly? So yeah, that false claim, it can no longer be used with the release of this documentary and the knowledge of the Antikythera mechanism. Obviously, everyone 2,000 years ago knew the Earth was flat and stationary, and they had more knowledge of the sky above us than we have today.
Did you say 200 years ago? Right?
Did I? 2,000? Maybe. I'm sorry.
No, you said 2000, but I'm thinking it could have been a lot more recent than that.
Yeah, it could. That we're just going by what the science says, and isn't that funny too? Because they're like, well, the Greeks shouldn't have this. Okay, well, so something's wrong. I mean, something's wrong with scientific claims. It's always funny. They're always shocked. They're always caught off guard. They don't understand. And well, of course
true
they
though.
don't.
They shouldn't have it. It's true.
Right. So once again, the modern day scientists are wrong. They're not just a little bit wrong. They're a lot wrong. And this documentary, The Mechanical Realm, is going to set a lot of people right in their mindset and how they're thinking about this realm that we live in. It's even for me, even being part of it and doing my lines and then ad-libbing and putting in my perspectives of what I had been learning. It really, I watched the thing 3 times, and then it really, really, really hit me how important the cycles are and how devastating the cycles in the sky are to the heliocentric model. They completely obliterate it.
Brother, it's so many other stuff there compressed and encoded that it's going to process with time, just like that, just about the cycle. But there are so many other things in the documentary that is going to process with time.
Oh yeah.
And I saw that video you posted. I don't know if it's public or not, about that, about the debate or something, right? Awesome video. And this is the thing, if you really think about it, because you're mentioning there 2,000 years ago, having that kind of technology, a functional technology at 2,000 years ago, and this debate is supposed to be about the flat earth and the Bible and everything related to it, right? But we are speaking about the two different things in the same timeline. That in itself, it opens a whole other new rabbit hole, like, if you want to go in there, right?
Yeah, it does. And that video you saw today, I only posted it on my YouTube so I could share it with Dave. Dave's going to put it at the top of his playlist on the 21st here on Tuesday. And I think they're going to play that at the debate. But I didn't put it out there on all the Facebook groups and everything. I just put it on YouTube. So it's only had a couple views so far. But yeah, that idea, which you just said, Vikka, that, it opens up a whole nother conversation of the people 2,000 years ago. I look at some historical narratives in the Christian world and just kind of laugh and chuckle, because I don't think the world 2,000 years ago was a bunch of shepherds and fishermen, like we were fed to believe through Christianity and the Bible. I think they were much more advanced, much more intelligent, and maybe a whole nother, race or civilization before us that we don't know what happened between them and us today. But we certainly haven't evolved to become smarter. We have devolved to become more stupid as a culture or as a race. So it's, that conversation of, if this came from 2,000 years ago, like they say, then everything that we think we know about history and even Christianity and the fishermen and the shepherds in the fields, all of that comes into question.
Oh yeah, and many are not ready for that conversation, right? Many, especially flat earthers.
Yeah, none of the details that they told us are accurate. And Keith, I said last week something like you were saying just now. It's like they want us to think we're the Jetsons while they're turning us into the Flintstones.
Oh, that's good.
It's true though, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the technology wise, we continued on that topic, and it just goes, the rabbit hole goes much more deep if you just keep connecting with all the other technologies we didn't mention in the last podcast, right, Gene?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's endless, and it's fun because some of these dots are easy to connect for us, and some of them are a little more obscure, but they do connect. You take those obscurities away, and it's kind of shocking sometimes. But it's all coming out of the same place from the same people, so it shouldn't be too shocking. But I hope people get ready for what's coming now, because once this goes into the mainstream and the public has access to it, I think it's going to create a bit of a splash, to say the least. When the masses have their hands on this and it starts getting shared all over the place, and the clips are going to be put in people's faces all the time, and there's a lot of great information that's just like kind of jaw-dropping. It really is. You watch it the first time, you're not going to get it all. You just, I don't know, maybe you will, but you got to watch it a couple times to really let things sink in, and especially if you're new to the topic. There's a lot to it.
Oh yeah, deeper and deeper, right? So as I also speak about how lucky we were to have these two storms, right? That one was for it to happen that the device go inside the water, and the next one for that it was discovered, right? Again, another storm. As I mentioned, it was supposed to be some power of Poseidon or something, or of Greek mythology with that.
And Ronnie in the chat is asking, where is this device now? So I think it's in the museum, in one of the museums in Athens.
Athens. Yeah, but there's so many already recreation being made it all over with so many different kind of people, right? That
All
it's
the replicas around.
and some of them are really, really like high tech, like totally made of brass or something. Like as we mentioned in some of the podcasts, right? If we wanted to make this something like this could like really high tech gadget. If we are speaking about even the size of a 50 centimeter by 50 centimeter, or 2 foot, right? Imagine having that gadget of that size and totally made out of brass and works how it's supposed to work, right? That is the real model. So how we connect it with the Holy Grail is because this is a thing. It was underwater, right? And it was planned by the controllers that this doesn't reach us. That was totally planned. That's why it didn't come to us, right? And the way it came and the way they are manipulating of its real function and of its real value, of its real origin.
There was a special kind of a relief for me personally because, as a little kid, I always liked science and the stars and planets and the moon, all that stuff. I loved it. But through my whole life, how the stars never changed position was a bug in my mind that was just always there. I like that that's, it just kind of bugged me out, freaked me out. Like, how is this possible? It's just impossible. So that kind of juxtaposition of emotions over that and understanding of it, it's because it doesn't make sense. And I guess I didn't let it make sense. So to be part of something that helps explain that was very special for me personally.
I think
And
a lot of teenagers, especially our generation, because I was also interested in the stars and the
Teenagers, we
zodiac
are
signs,
teenagers.
constellations, and yeah, if
We
you
look,
looked at,
but we aren't. Yeah.
if you look at the zodiac wheel, that's how it's described, and you would look it up in encyclopedias and all that. It didn't have the internet back then. It was a depiction of a wheel, just not with the earth depicted in the same picture, because then you would have made a made a connection there. But you would see that the constellations are all just placed around in a circle. It wasn't depicted in any spherical form. So I would also think, well, how does it work, this? Because we see everything, sort of, most of the things happen in the northern hemisphere. So how does that work? How come how it didn't compute? Because we had a different picture of what everything was. But
Oh yeah, it's a
I
wheel.
remember
It's a wheel, right?
it's a wheel. Yeah, it's a zodiac wheel. That's how it's called. That's
That's why
how
we were
I
mentioning.
got
We also
to.
mentioned, right, in that the zodiac wheel, the astrological chart, or the birth chart. This all looks like wheels and dial, right?
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be the dial of destiny of each of us. Because if you really look at those birth charts, it looks like a dial with all the planets and all the luminaries and the sun and the moon in the particular zodiac and all the angles between each of them. It all looks like a dial, right?
Yes.
So, and how the sky moves above us. And we also spoke about the astrology, astronomy, and how the cycles, the importance of the cycle that is helping to keep everything in precision timing, right? And the cycles and everything is just coming back, and also the North Pole, and how the magnetic energy of the North Pole is what is creating that vortex in the middle, right? And everything is above us. That's why we call it the geocentric model, right? The geocentric, because it's everything we are supposed to like have the earth is supposed to have the more geocentric energy, like is stronger, the electromagnetic fields of the Earth is stronger than the ones above, and that's why they are rotating around us with the North Pole in the center, with the magnetic center. That's why the importance of that, and the luminaries and how they move, and the wheel and the chakras and the time wheel, we want to call it, right? It goes on.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, okay, if everything is revolving around us, but we are supposed to be traveling through space with the sun, but everything is still revolving around us. So I would think, okay, that means that we are actually the center, because there's nothing there's nothing that contradicts that, actually.
Right? It would be all random.
Yeah, it'll
Stars.
be it would be, if all the stars are in the same positions all the year round, just turning and making a 360-degree turn, and then coming back to the same place. I remember thinking, but we must be in the center then, because if everything is revolving around us, all these zodiac signs and all that, the constellations, I mean, that will mean that we are in the center, because if we weren't in the center, then everything would just be moving away in all directions because of the expansion of the universe, So everything would be expanding, just moving away, away, away. But that's not what you see. Everything is still the same. So,
You know,
yeah,
they
that was
even they
that was
even
my,
say that.
my, my dilemma growing up, as a teenager, and then knowing. Oh, sorry, the kitten. And then, for example, I would read the Bible from very young, from when I could read, and you open the first page, so you always open the first page, and so I'm like, okay, God made the universe, and I remember looking around me, because I grew up in a place where I'm surrounded by water. It's a very little peninsula there in southern Spain, and I remember looking out into the water and thinking, it doesn't look round. I mean, where does it begin? That curve, because if I look at a map in an atlas or whatever, you see the photo of the globe, and you start thinking, but if I go outside, I I don't see any I don't see any rounding off, because if those ships are going over the curve, that means that to the sides, the Earth would be curving down also, because the curve is all around. It's not just in front of you, like a toilet paper roll. And I will remember thinking, this is okay. So the Earth is just like God made it, and we know that. And then we learn at school about the theory of evolution, and then the theory of gravity, and the theory of I don't know what else, but everything was introduced as a theory. So I would think, well, why do we have to learn these theories if it's only a theory? It's not even true. So, well, but of course, you live in a society where you grow up with a globe, so you take it for granted that it's a globe, because you don't know any better. But I think that's why it was easy for me to see it. 3 years ago, I was curious, and I clicked on a video, um, one of David Weiss interviews, and
Oh yeah, the
and it
the people the
yeah, it,
people
it, it clicked back. It all just clicked into place, and I'm thinking, oh, so that's how it is. And it was, whoa, it was such a shock, a good shock, but it was a shock.
yeah, but sooner or later the people are gonna stumble upon flat earth anyway, right?
Mm,
Also
mm,
because maybe the young people, they don't want to see the religion part, or but future in the life, when life gives them hard times, they're going to start looking for the creator, and some would. And I think many elderly people, they know it. Maybe they don't speak about it, or they don't say to their family people. They just read their Bible or whatever is their book, and they keep to them, because they're, I think there are many of them, many. If you literally ask the real elder people in your family or near or far family, they're going to say
yeah,
to you.
that's getting to be a big problem nowadays, because all those older people that lived before the war, most of them are gone. So, I mean, they say that they were teaching flat Earth in the 50s, but not anywhere that I, uh, not anywhere near me. It was maybe in Middle Europe, Eastern Europe, um, probably in America also, because I know, because of the all the different religions that the Presbyterians, and I don't know what other American Christian, um, but in Europe, or at least in Western Europe, it if somebody didn't believe in the evolution theory, it was the creation theory, or creation theory, the creationists, which they would actually they put everything in a under the firmament, but it's in a globe, and that's where I'm at with my sister, my older sister. And she has a very good explanation of
So
what the yeah. Sorry,
relating to
go on.
what you're saying,
Yeah.
yeah, relating to what you're saying, this is the thing. The globe earth was phased in, right? In
Yeah.
today's university, and they have the globe is just the biggest part of the indoctrination with symbolism that you can see there, from the kindergarten to the
Mm,
universities, right? That in itself just does a lot of work. But the people who
yes.
have seen the documentary, they can see that there's an image in the documentary which shows like an drawing of an ancient of this mechanism. And this, I don't know, maybe Gene or Keith knows what I'm speaking about. Also, you also, but maybe the ones who have seen the documentary, is from the Heminos, right? You see that like it's a half crystal dome with a stand with all the gears in the middle. This used to be in the universities of the ancient universities and schools as the
Mm,
model of the earth. So they even took that basic uh, way of putting it on a stand, right? And putting
wow.
a ball, right? Instead of a plate, or a horizontal plate with a dome.
Was that the
And
image that was on that book, Vika? Is that the image you're talking about?
exactly.
Yeah, I want to figure out which book that is again too. Even though I think it's in a different language, I'd like to add that to my library. So we need to figure out the link for that and maybe support it once in a while we're promoting the documentary as well, because it's a super cool image. Whoever the artist is that came up with it, I know it's like a graphic novel artist or a comic book artist, but yeah, that whoever came up with it, I think he had some inspiration from somewhere.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. As we say, the fact is stranger than fiction, right? That's what it is, right there.
You know, one of the things I think this documentary is going to do is like, I think it'll be the missing piece for the puzzle for a lot of people personally, like I said, but then it's going to help people after they actually say, okay, yep, the earth is flat. I know that now, thanks to this documentary. And then it'll help them do like we did and start saying, well, what else isn't true? And start looking into it. You know, last night we had a flat earth bonfire at my house. I had 7 people here and myself. Now they're all from the Christian. They're all from the Christian persuasion, and we sat around the fire and talked for about 3 or 4 hours about flat Earth and about gold and silver and the resets and the New Age and or not New Age, the New World Order. We talked about all kinds of stuff, and all of them are flat Earthers, but they still haven't taken that next step to say, well, because a couple of them are like believing Trump is going to come back and save the world.
Man, she hate that.
So I said, dude, Trump is just as much a puppet as Obama or Biden or anybody else. So no, he's really the cabal's going to fall and blah blah blah. I said, no, none of that's happening.
He's not one of them.
Even my sister is voting for Trump.
Yeah, it's like no, and they asked me, well, why do you believe this now? You used to believe, and I said, well, because of flat Earth. After I discovered flat Earth, 2017, that made me question everything, and you start seeing how much we have been lied to, and you just don't trust anything. You take everything with a grain of salt, and you just learn to say maybe a lot. But there's some things that you as you get more knowledge of this realm that we live in, and the truth of a creator or an intelligent designer, it gives you a little more confidence to say no to the bullshit that is constantly bombarding our brains every day. I mean, unless you're, holed up in a cave somewhere, you're going to hear a little bit of radio. You're going to hear somebody talking about TV. I mean, we are our minds are under a constant attack with lies about the system, about the political system, all day long on my feed, I saw this stuff about the last Elon Musk, rocket launch that it's so insane. But so my point is, I think this documentary, once it seals the deal for people where they say, okay, that's it. Now I know the earth is flat. It's going to help them take the next step and start questioning things more that they haven't questioned before, that they're still believing in, that hopefully in 6 months or a year from now, they're not believing in it anymore. And they, instead of fear and uncertainty and doubt, they'll have more peace and more freedom in their life and more joy, and ultimately where they can just smile more and not have as much fear. So for whatever it's worth, I think the documentary is going to be a stepping stone for some people to go deeper.
Oh yeah, brother, absolutely. The best place to hide is in the face. This is one of the best part of the learning that we have to keep on with, right? The best place. So even this image that we spoke about, this image has been around for many years, and especially that's a cover of a flat earth book. All right, and nobody connected the dot, right? Yeah. And then we have the mechanism itself already in all these 10-15 years that it's been around, and it's right there in the face, right? So it worked perfectly. It works perfectly for them to hide it in plain sight, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you know what they do? They'll sandwich it. They'll sandwich a lie in between 2 truths, so you can't really see it that well. It's not such a flag. But Keith, you know what? Maybe if you remind your friends about Space Force.
Oh yeah, we talked about that for sure.
All right.
And the fact that he took such credit and bragged about the Operation Warp Speed to get the vaccine done so quickly. Nobody else could get that done.
Take care with the word, guy, brother. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. the magic juice. So, but yeah, anyway, I think the documentary, as it gains some traction and gets some momentum over the next month or two, or I'm hoping anyway, I'm hoping that we get some feedback and some pushback from the world of academia, because I would love to have some conversations, even some public discussions with the professors at universities and people who are astronomers or astrophysicists, because I feel like this documentary is just like Flatten the Curve, that you can't really deny it. I mean, you can deny it if you want to, but it's so obvious and so blatant and in your face. And we're actually using their own history and their own research against them, because they admit that this is a geocentric device. Well, if it's geocentric, how did it work? If they were wrong and it's not a geocentric system and everything's going around the sun, how did it work so perfectly? And how is it still working today if it's not, those stupid Greeks, they thought the earth was the center of everything and blah, 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 blah. So I would love to have some conversations with the world of academia about this and do it in like a public format or manner. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do to try to move in that direction, but I am going to put some kind of challenge out there publicly to professors or whoever wants to have a discussion about the device. That's what we're going to talk about. We can end up on flat earth, but I want to have a discussion with some of these so-called experts.
If they accept that the earth is geocentric, or they already are lost, because flat or no is secondary, because if they go back to geocentric, because it's changed their whole belief and their understanding what they had, that they were wrong. They're accepting that it's wrong, even if they keep crying and saying that it's maybe it's geocentric, but right, you already created that division in their own science, right?
Really. And there's a few different reasons why it is what it is, and I'm not going to say too much, but there's no possible way that they're going to find ways around this. Like you said, they can deny it, but they're not going to have anything to substantiate, why they're denying it. They just deny it all they want, but the proof's going to be right there in front of them in a few different ways. So that's really cool, Keith. Good luck with that, man. I'd like to see how that goes. Might take a while, Nobody's going to want it.
Oh, go ahead, Gene.
No, I was just going to say that I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people ready to go up against you on this.
Yeah, it might be like Flatten the Curve. Once you brought that up and told them that, hey, it's full of commercial and military pilots, a lot of people didn't have much to say after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, since it was launched, I've had several people get real quiet when I said, well, tell me about the anti-Kittler mechanism. What do you know about that? And they don't respond. I mean,
2 weeks later.
It's happened 3 or 4 times, but then I'll plug the documentary and tell them to go do it. And they're, oh, you have to pay for that? I said, yeah, you've never invested in your education before. You've never invested in your knowledge. I mean, is your TV bigger than the library you have in your house? I mean, probably it is. And so anyway, I don't take a whole lot from the globe trolls and the globe shills anymore. I have very, very little tolerance for the ignorance of people trying to defend something that they have never seen and they can't prove. You ask them for proof and they throw up Coriolis or whatever else. Oh, that was funny today. I saw a video, a guy who was breaking down Coriolis, and he looked up on Google, defined Coriolis. And like the second line of the definition says a fictional force.
A what?
Yeah, so I haven't checked it out myself, but I got to go look this up on Google. But it's called the Coriolis force, a fictional force.
Oh, nice.
So
Wow.
So that was
not even a theory anymore.
Right.
It doesn't even make theory status.
But hey, I was going to say, one of the things that, and I've said it on here before, but I think we're going to have to repeat ourselves with this a bunch of times as we're promoting the documentary, as it's free, just about clarifying geocentric, because people who are indoctrinated, they're going to think, well, geocentric, the Earth is still a globe. I mean, everything's just going around the Earth. I mean, that's not true either, but the Earth is still a globe. No, 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 no. People who want to have that debate, we have to, I think, say it again and again and again. Geocentric means the Earth is flat and stationary, and everything is going around the center, Earth center of the North Pole and under the North Star, and it's going around in perfect patterns that repeat themselves. So geocentric means the Earth is flat and stationary. Geocentric does not mean that the Earth is a ball with the sun and the moon and everything going around a stationary ball Earth. There is no ball. So I've been making that point more and more as we've been using the word geocentric more with the release of this documentary. And I think we just have to kind of hammer that point home again and again to clarify that, because anybody who has even heard or entertained the idea of geocentric, most of them consider it as the Earth is still a globe. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Sure.
I like the other one too. That's, it's so simple, especially after you've been a flat earther for so long, to realize the sun is not the center of anything. But you tell that to these people who are deeply indoctrinated. Like, what do you mean the sun is not the center of everything? Everything goes around the sun. No, nothing goes around the sun. The sun is not the center of anything. I told that to my childhood science teacher friend that's been teaching science for 25 years. And he just, you should have seen, I don't know. He got real quiet. You should have seen the look on his face, like a deer in the headlights. What do you mean? He could hardly breathe. He said, nothing goes around the sun. I said, no, dude, nothing goes around the sun. The sun goes over the surface of our Earth, around the North Pole, in the sky above it. So it's such simple stuff to us. But for everyone who still believes the Earth is a globe, that's like serious contradiction. That's serious cognitive dissonance to realize the sun is not the center of anything.
The word geocentric, let's break down the word geocentric. Geo is Earth and centric is center. There's nothing about sphericity there in that word. Okay, there is, if it was a sphere, it should be geospheric, centric, or something like that, right?
Spherocentric.
Yeah, there is no curvature or sphericity in the word there. So
there's no evidence of it. There's no test to prove it, and there's nothing even really suggested. There's nothing. But the indoctrination.
exactly, bro. And geocentric in relation to the sky above, and if it's geocentric, so you are also accepting that what is moving is above. It's not spinning.
Really?
Exactly. That also comes into account.
Yeah, and while it's spinning and revolving and it's changing speeds, how does it do that? How could it possibly do that? In their explanation, that's insane.
Yeah, same with the moon. I mean, the moon literally would have to slow way down and speed way up as it's going around the ball Earth, as the Earth is going around the sun, slowing down and speeding up. I mean, the motions, they haven't considered what they believe carefully enough. I mean, it's just nonsensical when you really dig into it and look at it and question it. I tell people all the time, I said, if you just question the globe a little bit, just question the heliocentric hypothesis a little bit, it will literally start falling apart right in front of your eyes. But the problem is most people have never questioned it. And we go back to the indoctrination thing, that most people were not allowed to question it. You had to regurgitate the nonsense on a test or you failed. You could not question this in the government schools. So that's where and those were the adults that we're dealing with today. I'm kind of excited that I think the younger generation is more open to flat Earth. I think they're more open to, bucking the system or anarchy or whatever words you want to use. That's they're not trusting the political system. They're not trusting the systems of academia like maybe my generation did or like my parents' generation did. Like all of my kids, I have 7 children. None of them will go to college unless they really choose a career where they have to. My son just moved away from home. He went out to California, landed a job that suits his personality well, and he loves it. He said, Dad, it's really weird getting up and going to work and enjoying what you do every day. I said, that's awesome, son. I'm glad for you. But he'll have a great career and he'll enjoy what he's doing. But the younger generation, and I say, I don't know if that's Generation D or what that is. I think they are the ones that I try to target. Maybe I have more hope in them accepting the truth of flat Earth and accepting the truth of this realm we live in. I'm seeing it in conversations. I have conversations with young kids anytime I can at the beach. You know, I don't think I told you guys this, but a couple months ago, maybe 3 months ago, I was at the beach, and this guy is almost in the face of this kid who believes the Earth is flat. And he's like, well, the ship's sailing out to sea, and dude, you know, I couldn't sit there and listen to that. I got up, walked over to him. I said, wait. So, and this dude, I mean, he became belligerent. I mean, he became an ass, or like really fast, because me, that's 6'2", 260 pounds, kind of getting in his face, saying, why are you lying to this kid? You're sitting here defending something that you can't prove. You can't give me one proof for it. And I asked him for that right there in front of the kid. So anyway, we had this big conversation and this little thing on the beach. And the father of the kid was sitting there listening to it the whole time. And he's a flat earther too. But afterwards, he came up and said, hey, thank you. Thank you for saying something. But, that kid was brave enough to come out and say, hey, the Earth is flat. He had some ignorant, arrogant, immature adult try to get in his face. I mean, the guy was really trying to intimidate the kid. So I'm glad I was there just to intimidate the idiot back a little bit, I guess. But that generation, I have some hope that the younger kids that are teenagers right now, early 20s, are going to embrace this, and we're going to see flat Earth. I mean, you're already seeing it in the Facebook groups. We have some momentum already, but I think the best days are in front of us, that we're going to see flat Earth grow and grow and grow over the next 5, 10, and 20 years.
Oh yeah, brother, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead, Gene. You want to add something?
Yeah, I was gonna add a little bit. A lot of people are really open to it. And I've been helping a friend out at his store and talking to a lot of people. He understands it. Some of the people I'm working with understand it, and customers coming and going. My first in is, if you pay cash, you don't pay tax. Machine's right there. I break down the ratio, what they're gonna save on how much they spend, and that's an opening right there, and I go right into it with everybody as quick as I can. I had a DEP guy running out the door the other day because he didn't understand uncontained pressurized systems and the topography of the land, and he's running. He's wiggling his arms, straightening his shirt out. He couldn't handle it. Oh man, he ran out the door. It's like, I gotta go. See you later. I'm like, laser tests across lakes. But the kids are really receptive to it, bro. They don't, they understand the school system is just like kind of, what are they doing to me? Congratulations too, Keith, on your on your son there. I wish him success. That sounds exciting. Very cool.
Oh yeah, brother, absolutely. Like it's important, like in a way, the kids, if they're awake from a younger age, it will help them in the near future to build their life, because with flat earth many things others open up too, and you just see the deception, and and many of the kids will, they act like they're very arrogant and they don't want to understand or they don't know, but they see it also, and the ones who see it and separates and filter out things, life is going to definitely be more positive and be more harmonic, because you are taking step consciously. You are not there living in that dream world and be a part of the dream world. You are like literally like working and doing things with more consciousness, with more right decisions, right? And yeah, and that's great. And flat out in a way helps to trigger that, because whatever we want to tell them, maybe they want to listen or maybe they don't want to listen. But with this, it just starts a process, internal process of seeing things automatically, and then in the future it's gonna come out right in a positive way. So awesome. That's great.
Yeah. No, it's another good thing to have people understand in a public situation, because it takes all that fake leadership out. And honestly, for the most part, I don't really think we need these people that are in charge of this place by any means to the depth that they are. And if they had some real philosophers and some real flat earthers and scientists and some real people that were in charge of handling any kind of situations, there would be a lot less situations. And I think that's, people are tired of history repeating itself with this war nonsense. It's like we're still falling for that, guys. I swear, politician, that whole thing falls apart. That's fake, guys. That's just fake.
Oh yeah, they have hijacked it. They have hijacked everything in a way,
Bro,
right?
it's crazy. But they'll do it if you keep cheering them on. They're gonna just keep going. So that's part of my drive too. You can't be cheering these people on. And I say things. I'm gonna start as 20 people. Everybody hears me. Trust me. So I offer anybody who wants to listen for either side to hear me. But if I can catch someone's attention, everybody's gonna hear what I'm talking about. That's for sure. It's fun. A lot of people understand it. Some people are like, yeah, you're crazy. I'm like, oh, really? But they'll say that walking out the door, too, right? Come back.
Did you guys see meltdown number 3 from that globe-loving pastor that's hosting the debate?
No.
Oh my God, it was painful. It was hard to watch. I mean, now we are crack smoking crazy. We are QAnon conspiracists. We
Oh
are.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, he called us all kinds of names. I mean, if I listed it out, there's probably 7 or 8 things that he's calling flat earthers.
They love those catchphrases.
Oh,
Cult. They're in a cult.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And this is a pastor, somebody who's supposed to be committed to seeking and finding the truth. One of the most arrogant guys I've ever seen in my life, and I've met several of them that are very, very similar. But I think this guy might take the cake. But that that debate on December 2nd should be. It's going to be great for flat Earth. I put another little video out a few days ago saying, whatever happens, whether this pastor changes his mind and comes to the truth or not, flat Earth still wins because a lot more people are going to hear about flat Earth. Allegedly, he got 2 million followers on Facebook, and it's going to be streamed on Facebook. So he can continue to be an indoctrinated individual, incapable of independent thought if he wants to. But at the end of the day, flat Earth wins. It always wins. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
I think flat Earth is getting a popularity momentum here in Holland, because a couple of months ago, the Dutch flat Earth group that was having for a few weeks every day, and it wasn't that common for the group. Every day there were about 5 or 6 new members every single day for I don't know how many weeks. And even the owners of the group, they were saying, "Wow, what's happening here? I mean, this is incredible. It's it's coming out. It's coming out there." And then you get and then we get this debate coming up, and even they made an advertisement spot in the Dutch TV. It's about a health insurance, and there's this couple. They go to the doctors or whatever, and they ask, oh, but we don't, we're not insured for that. How much is it going to cost? And all that is very expensive. And in her head, the woman, in the doctor's office, in her head, she's trailing off. She's imagining stuff, and she's imagining herself, oh, we're going to have to look for some alternative medicine and all that. And suddenly she comes into the room because she's found flat Earth. And I'm like, whoa, what's happening there? And in the next scene, you see her with a group of people, out on the street. Flat Earth, flat Earth. We need. Let's say we need some. Bewijs. We need how do you call it? I lost the word. Anyway, so in the next scene, you see her sitting on a little boat with her husband, and they're going to fall over the edge and say, no, we need evidence. And and her imagination ends there, just short of falling off the edge of the earth. And I'm having to control myself because the TV is on. I mean, I don't have the TV on, but my husband was there. And I'm like, oh, inside I'm going, oh, shit, what's going on here? Even the, the TV, they're showing some, flat Earth BS, from the Flat Earth Society, that, the waterfall, there's no edge, you're falling over the edge, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my God, it's I think it's a kind of damage control what they're trying to do, because if something is gonna come out a bit more, or like the debate is that's a big thing, and what was and the mechanical realm, and maybe a couple of things coming out, but there's going to be things coming out from Flat Earth, and they're already programming people to think, about what we used to think Flat Earth was. We know all the Vikings falling over the edge of the Earth and all
Oh
that.
yeah, and surely I think even the TV is gonna take it, or sure, no, somebody, if it's two pastors are gonna take it, even the local
Yeah.
TV is gonna take it, right, Keith?
Yes.
I had not heard that yet. He said the pastor who's hosting the debate said he's going to put on all of his platforms and all of his social media. So I would hope that somebody has called the local media and see what happens. But I mean, you got to get this. Dean Odell is the pastor that he challenged. Dean Odell wrote the book like clay under the seal, like from the book of Job, talking about earth takes shape like clay under a seal. And I did not read his book, but I listened to his entire presentation on biblical cosmology, and it was excellent. And Dean is also going to have with him a personal friend who has a PhD in physics, telling everybody the Earth is flat. And then you're going to have David Weiss there. Well, we all know David. and then you're going to have Austin Whitsitt there. He's probably one of the best. And then I'm contributing a short video to the event where I'll be promoting the mechanical realm. And there's going to be a personal friend of the pastor who is a flat earther. He's going to be there teaching a bit about indoctrination and how it happens. So I mean, flat Earth wins. That's the bottom line.
Great.
It's going to be huge for flat Earth. I'm still hoping that it's going to happen. I'm still hoping that the dude's not going to get scared and then back out and try to be an ass. But if he does that, it'll help either way. But if the event happens, it's going to be a big boost for flat Earth over the next 6 months to a year, in my opinion. It'll have a ripple effect, a pretty big ripple effect, in my opinion. I know several people on Facebook that are driving for many, many hours, some of them 5, 6, 7 hours away. They're driving to be at this debate.
Wow.
As at least for the Christian flat earthers, people who use the term biblical cosmology, and I know we personally don't use that a lot on the podcast here, and we didn't really use it in the documentary, but the biblical cosmology, especially, before 1956, right around that time NASA was being created, a lot of the Bibles had the pictures of the flat and stationary earth in it. They had the ancient Hebrew depiction of the earth being flat and stationary. So this debate has stirred up the Christian flat earthers. And I know there's contention or strife between non-Christian flat earthers and Christian flat earthers. And I think everybody just needs to get over that. I think we're all trying to pursue the truth. We're all trying to seek and find, as we've said lots of times, we're all trying to find more pieces to the puzzle so we can have a better picture of the bigger picture, or a clearer picture, a better understanding of this place where we live. But yeah, this debate has the potential to be huge. I think it's also going to be huge for the documentary. I think if my video does get played at the event, which I just recorded today, that is going to put all those people, it's going to put the mechanical realm right in front of them. So it's going to be good for us. It's going to be good for us as flat earthers. It's going to be good for us as, being in the documentary, the mechanical realm. So, and it's only 2 weeks away. And the cool thing is that, the free version of the documentary will be released a couple days before the debate happens. So after the debate, anybody who heard me talk about it, or maybe Dave will promote it too. Maybe Dean will mention it as well. Dean said he would watch it before the debate. If it gets mentioned 2 or 3 times, hopefully we will see a big boom in views in that first week.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, brother. And this is the thing: it is the mechanical realm is going to help a lot. Also, if the people who are in this debate, if they watch the documentary, analyze much more things, and give the package to this pastor really well, right? Absolutely.
Yeah,
So, guys, we're gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we're just gonna take a short break. All right.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Yep.
"2,000 years ago, a shipwreck created a time capsule. Hidden beneath the waves, untouched by time. The secrets it held would challenge our understanding of the past and reveal the incredible ingenuity of our ancestors. Journey with us as we dive into the depths of history, uncovering the enigmatic ancient marvel that defies the limits of its time. Rediscovered a century ago by another shipwreck, nature seemed to guard its secrets, preserving a device that would rewrite our understanding of ancient technology. The mechanical realm beckons us to unlock its mysteries. Through history, archaeology, astrophysics, and astronomy, we embark on a quest to decipher the intricate workings of the past. The pieces of the puzzle come together as we explore the convergence of art, science, and philosophy. Prepare for an extraordinary journey where hidden truths come to light. The secrets of the mechanical realm will redefine our perception of history and reshape our appreciation of the past and shape of our Earth. Get ready to witness the unveiling of the extraordinary, a geocentric stationary flat Earth working model that has defied the passage of time.
Sweet.
Embark on a journey of revelations with RTS. Delve into the captivating secrets revealed in the Mechanical Realm documentary. Experience knowledge unbounded on our uncensored platform, where curiosity knows no limits. And the excitement doesn't stop there. Our upcoming app, the Mechanical Realm, promises an enhanced truth-seeking experience. Discover, engage, and rewrite the story. RTS isn't just another social media platform. It's a haven where you can express your thoughts freely and openly. No shadow bans, no censorship, just authentic discussions and connections. Join us and be a part of the unfiltered conversation.
Ready to uncover the mysteries of the universe? RTS welcomes you to a world of unlimited discovery. The Mechanical Realm documentary will sweep you into a realm of ancient wonders and technological marvels. Brace yourself for the upcoming app, The Mechanical Realm. It is designed to amplify your exploration and connect you with fellow truth seekers. Explore, connect, and engage without limitations on RTS, a platform that brings together the best of all social media while giving you the freedom to explore your thoughts openly. Join us in breaking free from censorship and discovering the unfiltered truth.
Your key to unmasking the extraordinary awaits you on RTS, Real Truth Seekers, where you can immerse yourself in the Mechanical Realm documentary, a journey through time that will redefine your understanding of the past. Fuel your passion for discovery with a community of like-minded explorers. And stay tuned for the upcoming app. The Mechanical Realm app is on its way and promising an unmatched experience in your pursuit of the truth. Uncover, connect, and thrive. RTS is where truth seekers unite to share their findings and perspectives openly, without the fear of censorship. Break free from the shadows and join a platform that empowers you to express yourself authentically. Welcome to the Unfiltered Conversations, RTS Uncensored. RealTruthSeekers.com and MechanicalRealm.com. See you there.
Join RTS, uncensored platform for real truth seekers like you. Immerse yourself in a community that values unfiltered exploration and seeks hidden knowledge. Unveil the enigmatic world of the Mechanical Realm documentary, revealing ancient secrets that challenge the past. And guess what? Our upcoming app, The Mechanical Realm, will take your truth-seeking journey to the next level. Stay connected. Stay enlightened. Experience the freedom of expression on RTS, where all voices are heard without shadow bans or censorship. It's your gateway to share, discuss, and connect beyond the boundaries of the mainstream platform. Discover the power of the community that's truly yours. RTS, uncensored.
Guys, for y'all who want to watch the movie, I just pasted the link on the chat now, The Mechanical Realm, or you'll go to Vikka Draziv's YouTube channel, and you can find out how to watch or download the movie. And all right, welcome back, Billy.
Thank you, Eddie. Great to be back. And Vikka's documentary is going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. I've taken a note, and you can purchase it now on his website. Is that right? So you can download it and watch it before it's launched on YouTube, which I'll be doing because I want to support Vikka. Vikka's been, just a massive, artillery for us in the community, hasn't he? In the truth community, and what I can't wait to see is and find out more about the Antikythera mechanism, which is I see it's the documentary is focused around the Antikythera device that was found about 100 and something years ago, which they didn't know what it was. And then advancements and now X-ray and all this stuff, they've been able to decipher that this thing was a clock, and it could people say, well, where's your flat earth model? There it is, because they were able to decipher the positions of the luminaries for thousands of years, and with precision that I believe that they still model. The heliocentric model uses a lot of that as well. So yeah, I can't wait for Vikka's documentary to just hit the masses again, because he does a good job at he's good at what he does, and the next one's going to be even better, because I believe when you just get better and better at things, don't you? So if you just imagine where he's going to be in 10 years time, So thank you, Vikka. You're a champion.
Shout out to you, Vikka.
There was a time where darkness was upon the earth, and the light was hidden, making the truth so hard to find. The Mechanical Realm documentary, directed by Vikka Draziv and Marcio David, will bring back the hope to all real truth seekers. searching the real truth about creation and our Creator. Truth is getting censored and deleted as dots in a book on fire. History was rewritten various times to hide the real truth about creation and about our Creator. But now, in a time of awakening, where all truth seekers are getting together and helping each other to find the real truth, the mechanical realm, for the first time in the scientific community, is presenting one flat Earth working model that was lost in time. Check now the Mechanical Realm documentary, only on themechanicalrealm.com. Don't forget to download our app on Play Store. Your voice matters.
Don't wait more time. Watch now the Mechanical Realm documentary. Download our app or visit our website at themechanicalrealm.com. Be the next to wake up for a totally new reality.
All right, welcome back, guys. We have Gene with us, Evelyn, and Keith. And thanks, everybody, for being there in the chat. And yes, very few days are left for the free version to be out. It is more or less the premiere on YouTube is supposed to be on this Sunday, coming Sunday, on the channel Vikka Draziv, in the same channel here. All right, so you can even find the link in the description of the premiere, and I'm gonna also share it in a bit in the chat. And yeah, that's almost 6 or 7 days left for the mechanical realm. And do visit the premiere, like, share, comment, and let's enjoy seeing it together. It's a premiere where everybody can come together, chat in the direct chat, and we all can have a good time. So it's just 6 to 7 days left. Go and activate the notification, share it everywhere as a support, as a collaboration. That's the plan. All right.
You know, the timing of things with this documentary has been fun to watch. From, you know, the whole Indiana Jones movie coming out while we were working on this, and now the free version about to launch in 7 days, and then this big pastoral debate happening about 5 days after the launch of the free version. Just the timing of all this is, in my opinion, it's a divine timing. There's some mysterious force or power or design behind all of this, and for all of us. I mean, everything that I've learned over the last 6 or 7 years to prepare me for this moment, and I still have a lot to learn. Everything that Evelyn has learned over the last 3 years has prepared her for this moment, because to some degree, I mean, and I know none of us care a damn thing about being famous, but to some degree, this is going to put us in the spotlight and give us a little more of a platform or a little more of a voice to talk about flat Earth, or to talk about this realm that we live in, or that it's an enclosed system, that it's intelligently designed. So I think that the timing of everything is mysterious, but it's just super cool. It's been fun to watch, and this thing, I'm going to let everybody know, you know, a few days before the debate. Now you can go watch it, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it. So all the people who have already seen it that'll be at the debate, I'm sure there will be a little bit of a buzz and people talking about it at the debate as well. At least I'll ask some of my personal friends that'll be there at the debate to make sure they'll mention it, you know, a few times. But yeah, like I said, the timing is interesting. It's fun.
Oh yeah, brother, as I mentioned, it was supposed to be part of your journey, and your all journeys too, and mine included, right? This part.
Yep. And your story, I think it was last week you shared it, maybe it was the week before, of the car accident, and, you know, not one piece of debris hitting you or anybody in your family. I think I didn't say it on the podcast, but I told you afterwards that, you know, yeah, there's some kind of force or hedge of protection around anybody who's truly, sincerely trying to pursue the truth and trying to promote the truth. The I don't know, the idiots in the system that are like here's what I don't get. I mean, I'm glad they do it, but people who are so ignorant of their own belief system still have to make a comment to me about flat Earth and how dumb I am and how stupid I am, and they're truly stupid about their own belief system in the globe. And I asked him, I said, why did you feel compelled to comment when you are so ignorant of the subject? I said, I'm glad you did. Thank you for giving flat Earth your time and your energy, because that just lets more and more people see that you have nothing, that you don't even understand what you believe and why you believe it. And it gives me the platform to share more truth and reach more people. I mean, I don't engage with trolls as near as much as I used to, but I still do, just for the other people that are reading through the feeds. But isn't that funny? The people who they're totally ignorant of the subject and they feel compelled to comment, and they don't even realize in their ignorance and arrogance they're actually helping us.
Exactly, brother. And the time you and all of us who have dedicated to this project and the understanding we have about this project, anybody who gets into it will need time to cover up where we are in our research and investigation with this particular topic, right? So in itself, it's like a library of information or of knowledge with an dynamic and aspect that can understand the whole picture than just the word or the machine or the lies or the everything involved, right? So that's makes it quite interesting, right? The team of the mechanical realm, like, and
Yeah, there's that old Bible story in the Old Testament that about the story of Esther, and I'm sure Evelyn's familiar with it, of just for such a time as this. There's some kind of hand of providence or purpose on this documentary and on each of us individually, personally, and corporately as us as a team or together doing these podcasts and such. But there is a hedge of protection on each of us, I truly believe. But there's a providence or a purpose behind all of this that I think is probably bigger and more important than we could see right now. And then that's not just egotistical talk. I really feel compelled that there's or I feel a sense of purpose about this documentary and the message that is contained in it. Not just flat Earth, but just the fact that the system is intelligently designed, and the sun and the moon and the stars need to play a more conscious role in all of our lives, where we pay more attention to the sky above us, just like our ancestors did.
oh yeah, absolutely, brother. And this is the thing. So the Sunday we have the premiere on YouTube on this channel. Okay, that's the plan, right? The premiere has been scheduled, everything, right? But there could be another change that we still have to see it, because we still are working with Marcio and the RTS team, and to see that maybe it's possible that for few days the people can get lucky and the free version will be available also on the TMR site, on the site and on the app from 22nd. That's from Tuesday, I think so. So we are working on it. I don't know if it's gonna be a premiere or it's just gonna be that on 22nd the people can access freely the documentary.
That's cool.
So there are two options. Okay, so either we have to wait the 7 days till Sunday, or already in 2 days it's there for people, but they need to go to the TMR page or the app to watch it and to share it. They can even do that. They cannot download it from there because it's still not possible to download. And the one we are you're gonna see that in 4K from 22nd, right, on TMR app. The premiere we're gonna have on YouTube, is gonna be a 720p. All right. So don't wait for it to watch it on a giant screen, right? But you can watch it on your TV or small or your PC or your mobile. It's no problem, perfectly. But if you want to see it in 4K, and if everything goes that it is on 22nd available, we're gonna promote it, right? Or if we are confirming that it's gonna be on 22nd, we're gonna be promoting it for the people to go and watch it. And once the YouTube premiere on Sunday, that is going to be at the same time of our normal podcast, once the premiere is done, it's finished, the people can download it and upload it wherever they like, right? They cannot do it from the TMR, but they can do it once it's on the YouTube. You can download it, you can upload it anywhere you like, right? But it's always there. Like, you can always go and support the TMR page, go and appreciate the page, right? And we're gonna try to keep it available in 4K for the people, right? And the plan is that once we also gonna have a remastered version that we're gonna be releasing only on the TMR page. That's also gonna be in 4K, and it's gonna be another combinations of colors and few different remastering of few things, so it's also going to be awesome in itself, right? We're going to see that release on the TMR maybe in after 30 days or something. So there are many things coming. And then we also have our Facebook premiere of the documentary on my page, Vikka Draziv, Truth in Plain Sight. That is almost, I have 28,000 followers there, right? And awesome videos, awesome reactions, traffic. As I said, it's also supposed to be one of my main page in social media, the controlled social media, right? So anyway, we have also home like TMR, because this is the thing on YouTube during the premiere, it's not going to be ads, but once it's on, they're going to be ads, not because my channel is monetized. They're going to have ads because there are sounds which people are going to claim copyright, like music and all this stuff, and I know that. So it's not going to be, the ads are not going to be from me. It's going to be from the YouTube. And I know they're going to abuse it, like they abuse the flatten the curve. And it's not going to be a very pleasing once the premiere is over. But if you can, you watch it, right? But you have always TMR there to watch it in 4K and without ads. Okay, that makes a lot of difference. But that doesn't mean that you don't come and support this channel here by sharing it, by commenting, by liking it, or whatever, by uploading it, right? Feel free once it's up there, because it's for everybody, right? So awesome, guys.
Yeah, Vika, congratulations on that and the remake and everything, and all. That sounds like so much time dedicated to this, bro. Thank you, bro. Always be thankful for what you guys are doing. You RTS, and Marcio. It's endless, but it'll be very rewarding. I'm sure it already is, right? Well, for me, it is. Pretty amazing. Yeah, how you guys are, hearing it in different ways is nice, and it offers different perspectives. That this is a special thing, guys.
Just an idea that I'm considering doing myself. You guys might want to do it too. Is just get some visual screenshot from the documentary and actually create some little business cards. And when you're out and about and talking about, just hand those cards out with the website rts.video and the YouTube link right on the card or something. It's just something tangible, because you can tell somebody about it and they can think about, oh yeah, I want to watch that, and then they go home, they get busy, they get in a fight with their wife, or they kick the dog or something, and they just forget. But if they if they go to empty their pockets at night, and they're like, oh yeah, I want to go see this right now. So a trail of tangibles is something that's very important when you're marketing something. So I'm thinking we need to have either like a business card, or maybe even a little 4x6 postcard that just has maybe the trailer, or the main picture from the first trailer we had with all of our pictures on it, or something like that. I think that would help. So I'm going to try to do that myself with my local business card company here that I use for my other business, and it'll be fun passing those out.
That's a good idea, Keith. I was thinking about a couple months ago. I was like, thought went through my head. If I was doing this when I was younger, I would have made stickers and put them all over in Manhattan, Brooklyn, all over the subways. You know what I mean? That's how you advertised back in the day for your band or whatever.
Yeah.
I definitely would have done something like that, but I don't know if that's a good idea doing something like that now. I would do something like that at gas stations or something. Put stickers on the pumps.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Oh yeah, the tool is coming. The weapon is coming for our flat Earth community to destroy the globe. Because, as you say, Keith, imagine everyone or many who will understand this topic and will destroy the trolls like you do, right? And there will be so many others. They will have that, right? So
Yeah, I know from the very beginning you said you want this to be a tool for the flat Earth community, and I just chimed in and said, oh, yeah, man, I think it's also a weapon to fight against the world of academia. But yeah, it's a weapon to fight against the globe trolls. I mean, just like Flatten the Curve, they really can't say much about it. Same with this mechanical realm. The Antikythera mechanism, they just can't really say much about it. They can deny it. They can be like, oh no, they just didn't know, and now we know, and now we're smarter than they are. They can they can regurgitate all the modern day nonsense, but ultimately anybody with half a brain is going to look at the mechanical realm and the Antikythera mechanism, and I think it's going to make them take a step back. Maybe it's going to make them say, wow, and wow, I didn't know this. I mean, even the people who claim to be educated professionals in some area of science of today, most of them, they don't even know what the Antikythera mechanism is or what it does. That
Sure.
one dude, what's his name? Some flat earthers try to use him because he's against NASA and he talks a lot about magnetism and electricity. The big dude, the big bald dude with the tattoos. Who am I talking about? Do you know?
Matt
No.
from
Ken Wheeler.
Okay.
His channel is Theoria Apophysis.
I thought his name was Matt.
No, it's Ken.
Okay.
Ken Wheeler, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were talking about, though.
But I was in one of his chats or something one night when we were working on this documentary. He had no idea who I was. I just had some anonymous name, and I just said, "Hey, what do you know about the Antikythera mechanism?" And he said, "Well," and it was like one of his live feeds, and he scrolls through and just answers all the live questions. He goes, "Yeah, I really don't know much about that. I know it's an amazing mechanism, but I really don't know anything about it." So,
Yeah.
and he's a pretty intelligent guy with some stuff.
Yeah, that guy's got a great channel.
Yeah,
what's the name of it? How do you say that? What is it?
Theoria Apophysis.
It's
Theoria, and then apophysis. I think it's APOPH, ISIS.
Right. And he sits by a TV with a fire going. Like
an Apple
the
computer
fire on the TV. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff. He's got some good recommendations, but he will not go into flat Earth. He badmouths it and everything else. And it's like, man, are you kidding me? You have no love for NASA. You tell all of these mainstream scientist people that they're wrong about magnetism. You tell them they're wrong about electricity.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on the alternative side of mainstream science, but he cannot grasp flat Earth yet.
Oh yeah, the Antikythera mechanism, the mechanical realm, like it's like a Holy Grail rediscovered. Like in the realm of flat Earth, the mechanism will stand as a holy grail.
The cool thing is that it's just so well documented throughout the last 100 years. It's so well documented in the world of academia, in the world of science. Everybody knows about it, even though they don't know details about it. They've all heard about it. So this isn't just some weird, crazy flat Earth thing that somebody came up with to say the Earth is flat. This is something out of the world of history and out of the world of science that a lot of them have a little bit of knowledge about, and now this documentary will just increase their knowledge and make it more clear for them.
Oh yeah, it makes it very clear. Yeah, go ahead, Gene.
Yeah, I was thinking about the debate and the timing you guys were talking about a couple minutes ago, and it is going to do so well, and then anybody with reasonable deduction is gonna have to look more into things at this point. And there's just so much nonsense going on, and even in the past, you go as many decades as you want, 10, 20, 30, 40. Well, it's just getting worse and worse. So more people are like so tired of it all. They really are. People are just tired of it. These clowns in charge of everybody. It's just like, yeah, it's a circus. You got clowns in charge. But the timing is just pretty awesome with all these things going on with the movie coming out in the middle of us doing this. That was real exciting. And now this debate is going to offer a lot of fuel for this to catch fire. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, an artifact that will not only challenge conventional astronomical beliefs, but also will provide a working flat Earth model aligning with the geocentric stationary Earth. This marvel, lost for centuries and rediscovered, will become a focal point for the questioning of the mainstream narrative and about the cosmos and about this realm.
Yeah, and along with the history of what these people were doing back then, because it doesn't appear to be. Sheep herders and farmers.
Hey, Vika, are the T-shirts, those are all print on demand, I presume? Is that correct?
On the TMR?
The T-shirts for the movie.
Yeah, all is... yeah, exactly. It's all on print on demand, and you can personalize it, colors, different names, or with all the logo of the mechanical realm, and you can personalize it any way you want.
Yeah, I got to get a couple of those ASAP. I've been wearing the shirts I got from Eddie with the actual full printout of the Gleason's map, and I get people looking at it. And yesterday I was in Publix, a big grocery store here in the South, and somebody said, "Oh, I love maps." And I said, "Oh, this is the Earth. This is how the Earth really is. The Earth is not a globe. It's flat and stationary. And this map is how the Earth actually is." And he was a young kid. He looked at me like, "Whoa." And I had it on, and I was at a big gas station called Buc-ee's here. They have like 200 pumps or something right off I-95, the big interstate. And I was in there, and there was a cashier training another cashier, and the trainee was looking at my shirt. So like, "That's a really cool shirt." And I said, "Yeah, this is the Earth. It's flat and stationary." And the other lady goes, "Oh my!" She rolled her eyes. Said, "No, if the Earth was flat, cats would have pushed all the one of the troll comments that we've heard 100 times."
Okay.
but the other lady, her eyes were locked in on the Gleason's map on my chest. So yeah, I got to get some TMR shirts and start wearing those out and promoting it that way.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
come on. How
absolutely,
often?
bro.
How often do you have a T-shirt with your own name on it? We all have to have our own name on our T-shirts. that should be fun.
Oh yeah, and what I wanted to add, like also about the physicality of this mechanism, as you were mentioning before, like it's right, like it's there, right? No, they cannot manipulate it. They cannot hide it under a carpet, right? They have invested so much time and all their science and academics, right, to try
Yeah.
to.
They can try to deny what we say about it, but they cannot deny the mechanism itself. They cannot deny the historical narrative that they've all been preaching for 100 years or however long it's been. So it's almost like who was that comedian, the old gray guy with the beard that was real
George
sarcastic?
Carlin.
Yeah, George Carlin. We got him by the balls. you know, like he was talking about the government. They got you by the balls, And I feel like that with this documentary for the world of academia and the scientists who are going to, they're going to crap themselves. I think some of them when this comes out and it becomes more mainstream. I mean, everybody knows flat Earth is becoming more mainstream. It just is. But something like the Antikythera mechanism that they have tried to keep it hidden, or they've just been hush about it. I mean, like I said, even somebody as knowledgeable as Ken Wheeler on science, he didn't know a damn thing about it when I asked him. All he knows, yeah, I heard it. I heard it's an amazing mechanism, but he didn't know anything about it. So I think they have intentionally kept this mechanism hidden and not talked about it much. I imagine they don't teach about it much at the universities. So to see this come out in the light, the
But you
divine
think,
timing.
Keith, you think, Keith, that they don't know or they don't want to know? For sure, some of these people who are these gadget freaks, right? And for sure they know exactly what it is, but they just I don't want to know, or I don't know, right? Is the best way to avoid or to face the truth. Because if you say I'm trying to understand what it is, what it does, and then you go into the real science behind it, then their pseudoscience falls apart. So the best for many of these people, like even the ones like Graham Hancock and many of these guys, he's not very interested in the Greek culture. Why? Because if you really dig into it, we know the real cosmology of Greeks or any cosmology.
Right.
Such is supposed to be an anthropologist who investigate and research about everything, about every culture. So the most important part of every culture or cosmology is what is their world, what is their creation story, and it all starts from that. So these people just goes the opposite way, and they try to keep with misinformation and disinformation and ignorance, and purposely doing that so that the people don't get the picture, because they want to keep the people entertained and with some truth, so that the people are hooked and they think they are getting all the real truth from them. It's a matrix, right?
They couldn't picture that these people are up there, either blatantly lying or just following their lines, and not giving an alternative, real truth any consideration.
Yeah, I wrestle with that sometimes. I wonder, do these people, some of them I think know the truth and they're just paid liars and they're not going to acknowledge the truth no matter what. They're just going to lie.
Yeah, right.
But there's other people that they really do just believe the bullshit that they're regurgitating. They're just so lost, hook, line, and sinker. They're just like a golf ball in high weeds. They are lost as can be, and they actually believe what they're saying. Like Graham Hancock. I mean, that dude is, I don't know, he's out of control. I mean, and the other guy with whichever one, or all of them, all the ancient alien guys, and we're going to get that. Well, yeah, the Greeks didn't have it. Was probably aliens that gave that to the Greeks. Okay, yeah. And the giant bones we see everywhere, those are from dinosaurs. Those aren't from giant humans. Yeah.
Well, you know, they get you halfway there, and then they lead you down stupid street.
Yep.
Exactly. They make people think, oh, they're very smart. They think in all this, right? In space, or even they're very intelligent. They're very, tech, and they want to evolve, and like.
Yeah. From Sesame Street to Stupid Street.
Exactly. But it's a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Sesame Street clip is hilarious, though, where the librarian is bringing all the puppets in, all of them, and she's like, "Yeah, this is the fiction section." And on top of the fiction sign is a globe, and a space rocket right next to the globe. And they said, "This is stories of made up stories about people." And yeah, it's a fiction means it's a made up story. And the globe
Made
and
up
the
story
rocket.
about make believe people.
Yeah, so funny. They just mock. I mean, the people who are in the know, they just mock the people who are not all the time.
I sure do. And movies, commercials, kids shows, TV, all kinds of everything. It's all over the place.
Yeah, even that commercial that like Evelyn was talking about them trying to make flat Earth look stupid. Well, thank you. Go ahead, try to make us look stupid. You just put more information out about flat Earth. You just made more people to go look at flat Earth, look into it, and think about it. So thank you. Go ahead, attack us all you want. In the end, flat Earth wins.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So this is the thing, guys. After all this whole year or more on this, the time is near. As I mentioned before, 5 to 6 days or 2 days, right? Or in 2 days on TMR, the mechanicalrealm.com. You can find the link in the description, right? If it's lucky, the people can go and see the documentary on TMR, right?
And is that the only two places it'll be? Is just on the mechanicalrealm.com and YouTube, and that's it? Or will there be other platforms?
Once it's free, once it's on YouTube, the only place you can download is going to be from YouTube, as I mentioned, right? People cannot download it from the TMR app because it's in 4K and it's a huge file, right?
Right.
And it's going to have a remastered version also. Remastered version is only going to be available on TMR, okay? And in 4K, it's also going to be available only on TMR page and TMR app, right? You also have the link in the description, right? The only place that is going to be available in 720p is going to be on YouTube on this channel, right? There the people can download that version, 720p version, if they want to upload it to their channel or share or save it, right? So that's the plan, that's the idea. Or in 2 days on TMR, or on Sunday at podcast timing on this channel, the premiere, or the both, right? So everything is possible, but it's near. We are almost there, right? So I really want to thank everybody who has made this possible, right? Starting right from Jean, Keith, Evelyn, Gutai J, our brother, Eddie, Marcio, right? And everybody behind the scene who had made and helped for this documentary to be a reality. So it's almost there, right? So share it, support it, that it reach as far as possible. All right. You already have the link of the premiere. Share it everywhere you want, right? And in maybe tomorrow day after we're gonna have also for the link of the TMR if it's a premiere or it's a direct streaming, right? So we're gonna have that link also. But anyway, you can still go and visit TMR and be like a little bit like checking it out here and there. Maybe it's available maybe you go after 2 or 3 time, or so everything's possible. So yeah, people, it's right there, it's here, we are here, guys, with all our work, with all our effort, with all our energy, for this project. And as I'm saying, it is a holy grail for flat earth. It will be, it's gonna prove with time that this is the holy grail. So we're gonna have our last thoughts, and I tell you, I'm really pumped up too, again, for this free versions, right? It's gonna be here, it's gonna be on TMR, and maybe it's gonna be on Facebook also. We're gonna have premiere, right? So thank you, everyone. And last thoughts, guys.
Yeah, I'll go first. First, I'll say thank you to you, Vikka, just for including me. And I think we all feel the same way, that we feel honored and privileged to have been a part of this. And I think the ride is just starting. It'll be fun to see where it goes over the next 6 months, or even the next 6 years. I mean, we have no idea. Once you put something out like this out there, you just have no idea where it's going to go. But I think it's going to take on a life of its own, and it should be a fun ride. So, Vikka, thank you for including me in it. I was honored to be part of it. And yeah, it is a great tool for us as a flat earth community. And it's definitely a wonderful weapon against the world and the lies and the deception of academia. So thank you. Good night, everybody.
Absolutely, brother. We included ourselves, all of us. It was supposed to happen in this timeline, and it was supposed to happen in this way. It's all supposed to be reprogrammed from above. So no one can really could have predicted who, what, when, where, how, right? So it's a journey of surprises for all of us, right? So awesome, brother. Thanks for your contribution, brother. And see you. Who's going next?
Yes, yeah. It's an amazing team of people that have gotten together to make this all possible. And well, I'm just grateful for being a part of it. And well, see you next week. Good night.
Oh yeah. On the notification for the premiere, right, everyone? Right. So we're gonna have a good time next week here. We don't have a podcast. Who know? Maybe we have before, if we all are okay with the time. Maybe a short one before. Maybe no, but definitely Sunday we see all of us here together again. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Evelyn, for passing by, and thank you for all your contribution too. Gene, brother.
Hey guys, Vikka, you did an amazing job on this, bro. I'm so proud and thankful to be part of it with you guys. And it was good to have Evelyn here tonight for the show. The last show, guys. It's the end of the globe in a massive scale coming up. And I can't even explain the excitement, you know. So what did I say though, right? Some people might say things are written in the stars, right? And we're talking about the timing tonight, and the stars were written in the Antikythera mechanism. So we're having a lot of fun putting things together to explain this. And bro, it's been such a great year, man. I hope you guys agree and had a really great time doing this and feel the excitement that the public is gonna be able to start to understand from this, and it's gonna have a massive ripple effect, and it's gonna start right away too, you guys, right? With this super big debate between these two religious pastors coming up. It's a win-win for us, because anybody with reasonable deduction within themselves is going to hear something in this video, if not a few things in this video that it's just going to be too striking and too compelling to not start looking in other places or right in this area. And yeah, right. It got knocked out by a storm and discovered by a storm. That's very interesting. So it's been a great ride, you guys. I'm always happy to be here doing the podcast. It's very exciting, and you know, I say once a week how quick the time goes, and it's like it is. It's crazy. Time is an illusion. So, but it is great to be here with you guys, and I'm looking forward to next week or in a couple days. And I think a group watching and a premiere would be so fun, and I'd be looking forward to something like that. And I hope to see you all there. Thanks for all your support, you guys. 1.5 million people on the Mechanical Realm website. Vikki, you got Fern hit 10,000 this week. A few months back, we hit is it 50,000 or 55,000 even now on World Flat Earth Association? It's
Right.
It's going crazy, guys. And you know what, Keith? I was thinking before also that, you know, a lot of these kids that you might be talking to, they're not really on Facebook, though. So it's not a kid thing, 20-year-old, 25-year-olds, or whatever. That's my guess. But they're out there. A lot of people are willing to start to try to understand something like this to be a big lie. So have a great week, everybody. Thanks for being here with us, and we'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, brother. This is the thing. We all did a great job. You two did a great job, and every one of us in the documentary did a great job. You know, because for me to put out something, I have to be impressed, right? And I tell you, I was impressed, so that's why it's out there, right? So
Thank you.
awesome. Everyone did an awesome, great job. Yeah, it's a awesome package that's gonna blow the globe away, right? So thank you, brother, for your contribution, right? And yeah, people, right? Or in 2 days, or in 48 hours on TMR, or in 6.5 days almost here on this channel realm, the Holy Grail for flat Earth, right? The mechanism will be hailed as a Holy Grail by the flat earthers, and it will stand as a testament to the ancient wisdom that has transcended time. A geocentric stationary flat earth model. It will challenge the status quo and will beckon to reconsider the narratives that have shaped our understanding of the cosmos. We, with this documentary, will unveil the mysteries of this celestial calculator. We have uncovered not only the secrets of the past, but also the new perspective that will resonate with those who questions the shape of the earth. The mechanism lost and found emerges as a timeless enigma, inviting us to explore the possibilities hidden within its intricate gears and inscriptions. The mechanical realm is right there. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Keith, Evelyn. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Go on the notification from the premiere and share it, and make sure you are there for the next week for the premiere of the mechanical realm. Oh, guys, let's do it. So this is
Good
Vikka Draziv. This is Vikka. Yeah, go ahead.
Just saying good night, everybody. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be awesome.
All right. Good night. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night. God bless.
See you next
Night,
week.
everybody.
Yeah. So this is Vikka Draziv signing out, guys. Make sure you check us out on the next week's explosion, if you want to call it, right?
Houston, we have a problem.